Hey y'all, welcome in. Hey Cindy. Hey RJ. Hey Bugs. MAGA girl, how are you doing? Hey Preston's Nana. I'm sorry we're running a few minutes late, but we're definitely here. Hey Birdie Beth. Mark. Hello Jules. Hey Lisa. That's okay, Birdie. We got you. Hey Christina. Y'all tap and share, please. Hey Berries. Sup. Tap and share, y'all. Hey Alley Cat, how are you? Hey Christina. Fallon Nicole. Hey Hobo.
Ma'am. Hey, you guys.
So sus. Yes, Mark. I seen her come in. She's welcome. Hello, ADDJY. How are you? Just woke up, Hobo. What the fuck? It's almost time for bed. Hey, Barb. Hey, sweet sassy. Of course you're welcome, Mark. Why would you not be welcome? It's an awareness live. Never trust a catnap. For sure.
I think if I would have fell asleep, I'd still be asleep until somebody said something like,
Hey, Cassidy.
"Hey, Cassidy."
Hey, Xmas girl. Ash Cole, hello.
Hey, Ashcole.
How are you? I got the sweetest message from Ash Cole.
She's always so sweet.
Yes, I adore her. I bet you are, Ash Cole. I am too. I need a nap. I'm ready for bed, actually.
Me too.
We're just waiting for our group to get in here. Our little birdie Beth's a little occupied, but everybody else should be here. Hey, Spooky.
It did, Lazy Days. Thank you very much. They did labs, so I'll know something tomorrow. Thank you,
You're
Brian.
having a senior moment. How are you? Hey, Sunshine. I was gonna make Sunshine a mod. Don't make me regret that decision, Sunshine. My God, I can't talk tonight. Christina, are you picking on Mark? Hey, SB's Road to the Whorehouse. How are you doing, friend?
Brody.
Hey, Bugs. Today has been something else. Well, it's Monday, so there you go. Melody Rose, hello. It has been a long Monday. These comments are flying. Y'all make sure you tap the screen and share the live, please. Is that all, SPs? Thank you, Xmas Girl. I appreciate that. My sweet little Melody Rose. My little birdie's in here, too. Birdie, don't feel obligated. If you're busy, we completely understand. No, this is not a live about Tim's enablers. Hey, Cleavage. What?
I said that's coming, though.
Yeah. We're going to have a super enabler live. We're just waiting on Adam to get his shot together. Oh, hey, beautiful hazel eyes. How are you? Well, Fallon, you want to get started? You want me to go over everything and then we can get started? Ram, are you coming up?
Yeah, if you can go over the
I'm
rules.
doing really well, thank you. Yeah, I will. Mods, do not block anybody. If they're out of pocket, please just mute them. If it's continuous, somebody's gonna have to green screen, Ram. Oh, hey, Tishy Wishy, what the hell? I'm sorry. Don't block anybody, and I'm just gonna warn everybody now. There could be people in the boxes that you don't necessarily like or agree with, and that's fine. Just don't be rude. If you're disrespectful, you're gonna be blocked. There's gonna be 0 tolerance for disrespectful comments tonight. Just gonna throw that out there. I know there might be some enablers up here, and if they do get the nerve to come up here, one disrespectful comment and you're gone. Mods, make sure you greet people. Try to answer questions in case we miss them. And any questions, spam them, and I'm sure they'll be answered. All right, Fallon, take the floor. This is all you, BB.
Okay, so first of all, Checkmate, thank you for allowing us to use your platform. Thank you guys for being here. There are special guests that were asked to be here tonight because, as you guys know, I've been in and out of the hospital, so there's lots of messages that have not been caught by me, so I couldn't get involved. And then there were some messages by Miss May that I didn't even get to, and there was a lot going on. And as I started to dig into it, the more messages I got and the more that I started to read, it was concerning because I was very concerned from a live that when I was on my burner, when I scrolled by, that there was a discussion being held, and it was one where Spooky had just come back to the app, and she had been off the app for a while. And Spooky used to be in awareness and would stream for all the people who had been blocked because Wesley Wells loved to mute and block people so we couldn't see what was going on. So she did us the courtesy by streaming for us. And then with her being in a different time zone, it really worked out well for all of us. And I was concerned because when I went to go in to greet her, to talk to her, I couldn't find her on my main account. And I couldn't understand why. And then I had remembered what was being said in the live And I thought, oh my God, she has lumped me in with Just Stop Already and a few other people that dox and do in real life stuff that is not condoned over here in this awareness community. So I was very concerned that there is a disconnect where people think that all awareness is all the same. And so I exchanged messages with Miss May, and she did let me know that in fact there is definitely that doxing going on in the awareness community, but it's not all that it appears. And so we had a small private live, and normally none of us do any type of private lives because anything that I have to say, you guys know me well enough that I'm going to come over here to Checkmate and Rammer's platform and we're going to say it loudly and as many times as we need to publicly. And when I got these messages, I was extremely alarmed that people thought that we would actually do some doxing and some going real life and some actual harm for people. Then I came across some screenshots of somebody actually saying that we are posting kids. So I'm definitely going to dig into that. I want to give Miss May the opportunity to come up in the box if she still wants to have a conversation so I can make sure that I didn't miss any type of research on any questions that she might have had.
And I promise you all, if she comes up in the box, if you are disrespectful, you will be blocked immediately. You have to give people a chance to talk.
I'm looking at my notes, guys, so I don't want to miss any of Miss May's concerns because she had faith in me to be able to come to me to ask me for help. Because you can all attest to that there was some aggressive comments being made towards Miss May that I needed to look into. And there were some things that were being done that really needed to be addressed. So, Miss May, if you're here and you want to come up, please do so I can make sure that I cover everything that we need to. One of the big things that I need everybody to understand is that when you talk about awareness, they're not one under one umbrella. That is going to be so important tonight as we go. This is going to be the quickest live you guys have probably ever been into because I want to get the facts out there. I want to get them out there quick. But out of respect, I want all the questions answered to the best of my ability. If there's something I have not researched yet, I will go and I will do my due diligence, and then I will come back another night and I will make sure that everybody that has a question is addressed. Okay? Welcome in, Miss May.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So tonight, Miss May, I want to make sure that you understand that I'm not on anybody's side. There's the right side, the wrong side, and I'm on the side of screenshots only. So if there is something that I say and you need to see the proof, ask me for it. Because I'm not going to say anything tonight that is assuming on my end. I promised you I would do the research. I did. You may not like some of the answers. And I want to be so transparent with you on this, okay? Because as you know and you understand, the awareness community has spent a lot of time trying to make people understand that enabling and the definition of enabling and what we consider enabling is flat out black and white. A moderator is an enabler, right? In the awareness eyes, in this side of awareness, okay? So we spent a lot of time going back and forth, a lot of time trying to explain it. You said you understood it. You know the conversations that you had with Tim. Going forward, there's gray area. So Sunshine is down in the chat, and he is a moderator, so he can help us. If we don't catch a comment that he feels that needs to be addressed, he can stop us and he can spam the chat with it to help us as well. So that way you don't feel ganged up on, because that's not what it's about here tonight at all. I think I've had more conversation with you than I have majority of the people when I was trying to research. So I don't want you to think that there's any ganging up, any side taking, nothing. My side, your side, and then the screenshots, and there's no emotion in those screenshots, okay?
Yeah, I completely understand. I just don't want to discuss anything as far as Tim and my standpoint on that because I've spent months explaining myself not only to her chat but also to Senior when we were friends about my standpoint on Tim, and it's not changed anything. So I'm
Okay.
here to talk about the doxing that happened, and that's it. Like I don't want to discuss Tim.
Tap and share, y'all, please.
Okay. So along with that, on the doxing, this may bring up more questions for you, and I want you to feel free to ask the questions. I want you to know that no one in this chat and in this panel or on any side of this awareness, our awareness people, doxed you. And when I did the research into having a senior moment, and Miss May hear me, I have more conversations with you and more messages than I have shared with you in just the very short hours of us getting to talk than I have ever with having a senior moment. So I don't even really know her outside of messages other than what I know of her by me going in her chat and being in a box and calling out enablers. So please don't think that I'm going to say anything that is on anybody's side. I'm just here to tell the truth and what I found, okay? The circumstances in which you got doxed in a chat is simply coincidental and circumstantial. And I'm trying to say this because there's going to be a lot of people that are confused. You got blocked because there were conversations that I told you about that were being had where I said she had sent me a question in my DMs and wanted advice. And I said, it's probably appropriate to block you. And she did. So that day that you tried to go in there and you were either realized you were blocked or you were blocked on site, I wasn't clear on that one. It was circumstantial. It was a coincidence that night you were doxed. And she didn't dox you. It was not her. And it has nothing to do with me sticking up for her. I've watched her platform. She's not going to do anything malicious, Miss May. And we've known who you were since April. And I have proof that we know who you are, where you live, and your business since April. And if anybody on this side ever had it, it would have came out in April or May or June or July. It wouldn't have come out just when you got blocked. I think that just like I felt that day with Spooky, that when I got blocked, my feelings were hurt because I thought we were close. I thought, at least in the DMs, that I respected her platform. She respected mine. I wanted to know how she was doing, and I couldn't even check on her because I couldn't even go in on my main. She wasn't going to know who I was on my burner. So I told her,
wait. I'm telling you guys, this is the last time. The next time, I'm gonna block you. I don't care who you are. You have to wait and trust this. Please. I'm sorry, Fallon.
Oh, I'm glad. Just interrupting me. It's fine. So you getting hurt by what you thought was a friendship to find out you were blocked from it whenever you didn't know what was going on. I want you to know that I totally understand that because everybody can relate to feelings being hurt when, what the hell? You blocked me? Why? Without a conversation? Nothing? What? You don't respect me enough? What happened? And then to find out there was a block, a doxing situation where somebody knew your name. So I want you to know that I'm totally on your level with that. I understand it. Does that help you with anything?
I mean, all I can really do at this point is trust that with what you've been able to research that you were unable to find it. But what I do know is that she's the only person on this entire platform I have ever shared my personal information with, and it wasn't 2 days later, and my real life government name was being spammed in Tim's chat. So if she didn't do it directly, then where did it come from? You know what I mean? Why would people have not put my name out there for months prior to this, and then we have a falling out, and then it's all just circumstantial? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me that I would tell one person my personal information, give them my personal email, and then all my socials are being linked in a chat and everything else. And it's been happening on a pretty regular basis.
So that side of awareness is the dangerous side of awareness, where it came from. Your name was actually said in a chat in which Matilda was in. And
I'm not saying that I don't think it was Matilda. I 100% in my heart believe it was Matilda, but I'm almost positive that the information would have had to have come from her. I've never once said that I think Senior made an account and doxed my stuff. I have agreed that I think that she gave that information to him because that's what he does. He trolls, and who to do it better than that, you know?
right.
So that's where I was with it on it. I didn't say that or think that she herself would take the time to do it and just to make me miserable. I just think that she gave it to somebody else who would have fun with it.
And May, until I did the research, because I wasn't entirely sure that, as much as I would love to pin that Just Stop Already was aggressive with you, and I know she was aggressive with you. I know she did some fuck shit to you. But I wasn't sure if she was putting up having a Senior moment to do it. So I had to be clear that Senior wasn't doing it on the premise of JSA sending her over there to do it. And I had to dig, and I had to ask questions, and I had to talk to people that I trusted. And I'm telling you, she did not do it. She's not going to put that information out there. And then the more that I started digging, I'm trying not to muddy the waters too much, because I don't want you to leave, because there's more information that I need to give to you so you understand where we're coming from. I don't want to sound harsh, but I do need you to know that Miss May, she's not going to dox you. She has so much more that she could use, because it actually benefits for her to have tried to communicate with you all the damaging enabling by moderating for Tim Nash. That actually goes good to her platform, because she was good to you. So if we would come and be ugly to you, or try to be aggressive or mean, or splash you all over social media as a liar and someone who's just doing this and every single time, like whatever that account is that's going around saying Miss May is a killer, that's not appropriate. That is not us. And when we find out who that is, we're going to make sure that we hold that person accountable, because right is right and wrong is wrong. So don't think that just because you leave here tonight and this is the last time that you're going to be over here with awareness, that we're not going to hold these people accountable for what they're doing to you. But I want you to know that bottom line, it is not us. And that if it's found out and when it's found out, we're going to hold them accountable just like we would anybody else. I know that you don't want to talk about Tim, but I need you to understand that tonight, with everything that has happened, I want you to understand that what Tim is doing is trying to make you guys pit against everything that's awareness, because he doesn't understand that all of awareness is not the same. There are different facets of awareness, and those people on the other side who claim awareness, that's not us. We're not going to go off the app in real life. We will deal with social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, anything with a digital footprint, but we're not going to go real life unless it's to help somebody save their life, or find a predator, or to help innocent souls, animals, children. And it has to be extreme circumstances. It has to be something we saw and that we know what we're talking about and have proof. That's what this awareness side does. So again, you see why I went into Spooky's chat that day, because I was very concerned that you guys lumped us all together.
Yeah, no, Spooky didn't Spooky didn't leave because of that. Spooky left for the reasons that she mentioned it to you.
Yes, yes,
Um,
and I don't want to push her.
because of friendships burned
Right.
with the same person that I'm having an issue with. And honestly, if she had taken the time to talk to us about the issues that she had with us instead of just flipping out and blocking us, you know what I mean? It would have been different, but she couldn't even communicate with either of us.
But Miss
And
May, would it have been different? Would it have been for her to come over and have you in her box, and then you go over and talk to Tim and assist him with being a moderator? Regardless of any monetary, knowing the way that awareness thinks and understands with each of us in this chat, each of us in this box, understanding that moderating is enabling.
I mean, there's always going to be a difference of opinions. I mean, you guys could think that's what it is, but I've got messages in my phone from Senior that state straight up that she understands that I'm not enabling him. So for her being in awareness, how can she understand that I'm not enabling him and that we have the same goals for Tim, but all of you guys say I'm enabling him? Make that make sense?
Because strip all the emotion away, moderating for a scammer, beggar, bad behavior, or predator is enabling.
Okay, so basically you guys are saying that I remove myself as a moderator and what changes?
No, I don't want
I'm
you.
still
I
being
don't.
treated the same way.
I don't want you to do anything for
Jules,
us.
just stop. Just stop, Jules. I'm tired of the stabs that you take. I'm tired of it.
Guys, I want to let you know in the chat too. I think that a lot of you think that you were told something that wasn't simply true, because I am here to tell you that there is a situation that's going on that is none of our business. Like, absolutely none. Shouldn't be brought to the app. It should be nobody's business. I mean, if you guys want to message me later, I don't really want to get involved in it, but I will tell you this. I did my research, and that's none of our business. People got hurt. People are still hurting, and it should not be brought on this app.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% believe that. I have no discrepancy there.
Okay.
I will make
So-
it very clear, though, and not being disrespectful. If Digital comes up here, I am leaving the room. I'm not dealing with her. I'm just
Nobody's coming up in the box right now. Not right now. I'm sorry. Let Fallon talk, please.
So the other part to this, Miss May, is that having a senior moment is trying to make sure that her platform is respectful. It's putting out awareness on Tim. It is leading people to know all of the backstory and the many things that Tim is lying for. So if people are coming at her wanting to know why you are being aggressive towards them, and it could be, Miss May, that you got aggressive towards other people because other people were coming at you and you were lumping all of awareness together. I think I would be grumpy too if somebody was saying something about me and I didn't totally understand it. So
I mean, that's valid. I'll agree with that. That's valid.
So us here tonight, what I want to accomplish, in any meetings, there always has to be a closing of the loop. There always has to be a objective and a goal. And I think the goal is here tonight is I want you to understand that I'm not telling you that based off of this awareness, this community, that we are telling you if you continue to moderate for Tim that you're not going to get attacked, because I can tell you 100% that you're not going to be attacked from these people here, this community. But there's people that are crazy on the internet who clearly don't want to help people. There's no reason that the people sitting over here and the people in these boxes that want to help people want to hurt you. I don't want you to cry because you wanted to be kind to somebody. Being kind is not enabling, but helping them get money, helping them bring other people in, helping his lie, his narrative. Oh, Tim, you look so great today. When he looks like he's circling the toilet drain, that's enabling. That is not good for him. That dude is 1 foot in a grave. And it's because he lies so much that even if it wasn't the fact that he could potentially get something off the street.
Okay, stop, please. Jules, I genuinely like you, Jules, but I'm promising you right now, I will block you. Stop poking. Let her do what she's trying to do, and you guys will understand. Please. Last warning, I promise you.
Thank you, Checkmate. Miss May, I know that what they're upset about in the chat is because you got your feelings hurt and you lashed out and you put some information into a chat thinking that Senior put this information out on you. And taking accountability and apologizing for that will actually go a long way. But I'm not saying that you have to do any of that, because I am nobody. I am nobody on this app to tell anybody what to do. I would never. I just want us to walk away from here tonight with you knowing that what happened was not as it appeared. As neatly as everything is, a lot of people in this app right now have the mentality of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and it's getting people into a lot of trouble, a lot of heartache, and a lot of messages. And I know Checkmate's getting the same messages, and it's really hard because, as you know and you understand, Miss May, look how long it took me to find your messages. I have no idea where they went. There were a lot of them. And my heart broke when I was reading them because you were actually reaching out in pain for help. And I think it got to you, and I think you lashed out, and then all hell broke loose. And now here we are.
Outside of giving what she said was her husband's name out, that's the only thing that I did, which is his first name. As far as like her owning a business and her personal name, she said that in the comments on one of her own posts, and April could back me on that. And she even deliberately told April, which is in here, that she told me the wrong name. So how can I dox the wrong name? If she gave me false information, I didn't dox anybody.
So nobody looked her up. Nobody, there wasn't a this for that, prid pro quo, none of tit for tat, none of that.
I mean, who would look her up?
I mean, you pissed me off. I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to hold on to that information because that's just how I am. I got files for days. I got notebooks for days, but I'm not going to do anything maliciously.
I mean, I've honestly not really been the type to look anybody up. I don't. Like, if Senior and I didn't have a falling out, she could tell you that when we are friends, I'm a genuine person. Like, I'm not malicious. It's not what I do.
Okay.
So, we had a falling out. It's unfortunate. I don't take things on this app that serious until people start to talk on my marriage, like Jules was doing. That's all over here. Like, people are starting to talk about things that they know absolutely nothing about, and it's solely just to take jabs at me. That's what upsets me.
And that's a very good point to next bring up. You guys, if you're outside and you're not in this chat, or if you're in the chat and you're doing anything that is malicious, you are wrong. I'm not taking anybody's side here, but what happens if somebody's marriage is happy or they're not happy? It's not our business, because the next thing we're going to be over in messy talk, and I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to help people because I don't want people to have broken hearts because they gave away their last $5 to somebody who took it and went and got something bad on the street, and now they're no longer breathing. It's the only reason I'm in this. People's mental health has been messed up. People's friendships have been screwed up. People's relationships have been messed up. And ultimately, we have gotten away from bringing awareness to somebody who lies about everything. And I've seen him do it again today, Miss May, or maybe it was yesterday, where he tried to say that he lied on you, May. He said that you were talking to him about trying to make Spooky a moderator. That drew instant hate to Spooky's direction, and to you too. And he did that the same way he did that to that Charlene person. People actually were convinced by his mouth, because he's such a good liar, that Charlene was a moderator.
Charlene was a moderator.
Not that Charlene. Not the Charlene with the truck and the always in the chat.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say, unless there's two Charlene, Charlene was a moderator.
there's two Charlenes. And I know that you don't want to talk about Tim, May, but it's that important to differentiate yourself when we leave here tonight. I want you to think so long and hard about it, especially with this next piece of information I'm about to give you. And I hope it upsets you as much as it upset me when I saw it. And I can't believe I even found it. But how would you feel if there was a scammer that you knew, and not just, and Tim Nash is not just any scammer beggar person. This dude is in active addiction. He is already shown that whenever he gets a good lump sum of money, that he's going to go do with it, and then he's going to lose a heartbeat, and people have to bring him back. And you sound extremely kind and open-hearted. I think it would crush you. So this is the total opposite of what I expect you to be. But if you had someone that you sat with that said, because they gave Lisa Richard money, that they hoped their 2 babies become addicted and have that life, how would you feel?
I mean, I certainly wouldn't feel good about it. I mean,
would you still sit with those people?
I think I would voice my opinion on how I felt about it,
Okay.
and I would want them to make it right. And if they didn't, I mean, I would have to make my decision at the end of the day like anybody else.
Okay.
To be fair, I have said something to Tim about righting his wrongs. So for the people in this room that think that I just go in there and I moderate and I instantly block and this and that, that's horseshit. That's not what I do. I know, it's not. And once I say my piece about Tim, I'm out of here. So at the end of the day, like I've explained to Senior 100 times, I solely want the best for Tim. I do. I want to see him living life how he should be, not how he is. And I have brought up the videos that I have seen with Tim. And he even recently on one of his lives said, I don't remember doing that. If I did, I was strung out, and I apologize for it. So that could be an umbrella term for everything he's done. Maybe he's just not ready to admit that he's done wrong, or maybe he doesn't know how to admit that he's done wrong and come clean in front of hundreds of people.
Right.
Maybe he's really just stuck in the loop of what he's been living because that's the only thing he knows. I can't be blamed for what a grown man does. All I can do is try to make a difference for him and for everybody else. And Senior knows firsthand that I don't believe that Tim has cancer, and I've said that. I don't believe that he has cancer. He knows I don't believe he has cancer. But I'm the only moderator in there that allows all comments to come through. I'm the only one that doesn't instantly block out people that come in and say, but I thought this and I thought that. I feel like it's fair to let people say things from both sides. Because if I'm only in there allowing people that are for Tim to say something, that's not right. Because if he has done wrong, he needs to own that. And he knows that. I have said that. I've made that very clear.
Okay.
So I don't know what people think about moderating, but if I take away my moderator privileges, you guys won't ever be able to be in there ever, because the moderators are just instantly going to kick you. I'm the only person that lets your comments come through. I'm the only person that allows people to ask.
May, after tonight, I need you to know that there's no more cordial anything with any of us after tonight, because you're just as sweet as you can be, and I get where you're coming from, and I don't want you to think that I go back on my word that being kind is not enabling, but moderating is enabling. That dude is actively from the inside out, whether it is going to get something bad off the street or from his lies and his karma for what he's doing, it's going to eat him out. And after tonight, I need you to know that whatever happens going forward is on you, okay? Because I promise you, those bad names, those horrible things that are happening to you are probably going to get worse, because there's not going to be a buffer. We'll try to call it out. We'll try to find out who it is, because I'm still going to have this fight with everybody in this box and everybody in this awareness community to say that's not us, because I can't. actions speak louder than words. There's still people out there that are louder than us, bigger than us, and they're going to make sure that everybody thinks they're awareness, and they're doing stuff that's not awareness worthy. But after tonight, you got to know those names that are coming at you, those horrible things, all of that, that's not us. But moderating is enabling. And I don't think that you should be over here trying to actively be with us. And I don't think that anybody that comes in that chat, that if you want to block away, Miss Mate, you need to do it. Don't try to protect any of us. Roy Boy, any of us. Because the fact is, if we can get in there, we're going to report, and we're going to report cash apps. We're going to do anything that we can, because nothing that you do is going to be that you're trying to save us and trying to save him. Sorry.
I don't stop anything you guys do. I completely respect your standpoint on it. Like, that's never been an argument. I've made that very clear as senior from day one.
Yes.
Like, I'm adult enough to have a difference of opinions, and that's why I had no issue being her friend and also being Tim's friend. I mean, I will gladly remove myself as a moderator. I have no problems. But it's not going to change the fact that I built a friendship with him. You know what I mean? And yes, I think he does a lot wrong, but I don't deny that. That's made very clear on both sides. So, I really don't know what to say about it. People can mock me in the chat right now all they want, and it's fine. Like, it's cool. Do it. What would I do if this happened to my loved one? I've been asked that question. At the end of the day, my loved ones are adults, and what they decide to do with their life is their business. All I can do is educate them, let them know the stuff is out there, and whatever they choose to do with it is their business. Now, I have multiple messages in my inbox where I do directly message people, April being one of them, as a matter of fact. I have multiple messages where I have messaged people that have given him money and told them, don't give him your last dollar. You need that. Take care of yourself. Tim is a grown man. He will figure it out. So I don't know why everybody thinks that I just sit there and I block and I have a good time in Tim's live because this and that, because it's not the truth. Like, I have stopped a lot of people from giving him money. I have. Spooky's seen it. Spooky has seen the messages. Senior's seen the messages. And if she can't at least say in the chat that it's true that I have showed her that I've told people not to give money to him, then she's lying.
Then those are the messages that we need to see, Miss May, because again, I go based off of black and white receipts. I don't go off of feeling. So I need to see those things. I need to see that. But I'm honestly telling you, whether you're writing, if you are doing that, then you are considered a rogue mod. And that's a whole different conversation then. Because I'm telling you that I'm about to put up.
To be a mod, to be fair, I never asked to be a mod. In fact, I have removed myself. I have removed myself twice, and Tim has remodded me both times. I don't give him money to buy things. I have never given Tim money. I have bought him a tent. My husband has bought him a hotel room, and my husband has ordered him food. Tim has never been given money by us, and after the food and the tent thing, we have not helped him with any of that ever again. So, I mean, I'm trying to ask your guys' questions. I really answer your guys' questions. I really am. But these are things that I've said in seniors' lives, in chat, multiple times. I just don't think that you guys take in anything that I say.
Blumpkins and Rainbows, if you're in here to stir up any shit, you need to go ahead and exit, because I promise you, I'm going to ask you to go back on your main and come back in here and box up with me. But I promise you don't have the stones for that, so you might as well go ahead and leave, because you're doing too much in here.
Who? I'm sorry.
Blumpkins and Rainbows, which is Tim and Angela's mod, and the one that probably is, she says she doesn't give them money, but he's in, I can't even explain the relationship that she has, but he's got her hook, line, and sinker, thinking that he just adores her. He calls her sweetheart, So I know what's going on, Blumpkins. You need to go ahead and just go on, because we're not dealing with you tonight. Your story will be another day.
The other thing too is that people used to message me and tell me, hey, tell Tim I'm going to send him money, and those would be the people that I would talk to and just let them know, like, I understand you're human and that you care about him and whatever, but just don't support him financially because X, Y, and Z. And I would tell them, look at the videos. There's tons of people who have them out there. Look at them for yourself. See how you feel about it. And if at the end of the day you still want to do that, that's fine. I've done the same thing with April. You can ask her. I have no reason to lie about that.
But
And
but May, she's actively in there today, and there's stories that I'm getting that I don't really want to get into because I don't like to talk on that subject. But it looked like a great big party to me with all the enabling going on over there. And again, being kind is not enabling, but what was going on in that chat over there to me is enabling. That is helping him sell his narrative of his story. And he can't just get on here and strip down and be like, I'm so sorry. I take accountability for everything I did. Nope. That's not going to work with us because it's not going to stop with the awareness. I'm not going to stop with my videos. No one else should either. And they damn sure should never come down.
I mean, I've never said that I never once have said that you guys should stop what you do. Like, I
Right.
have full respect for what you do. I've told you I have respect for what you guys do, every one of you.
Then why go over there and be a moderator for him, May? Don't go back over there and come over here and actively help us help him go to rehab. Save his life.
So
Get
here's
away
the-
from that TNT mom and Nikki, who are so toxic, and that Redskins person. Stop being like them and being a moderator over there. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I do want to give you advice that you need to get away from any of that.
May, do you understand that if he didn't need you, you wouldn't be there, honestly? I mean, he's using you.
Yes.
I mean, he's not really your friend, and I'm sorry. That may hurt your feelings, but it's true. He's only using you to help him.
I don't
And
think
it's sad. I'm really sorry.
You're too sweet for all this, May. I think that there's a much bigger calling for you with you, and I don't want to talk. Look, I know that you know that I am sick, and I also know that you are sick, and that you have struggles that I don't want to say too much, but I know you know where I'm coming from. I want you to protect yourself, and I think you're too sweet, but I know that dude is using you, and he loves this. He loves the turmoil that you're going through, but I promise you, if that dude was to come into some money, he would kick you to the curb in a minute. And then all this hate that you're taking, all this stuff that's from the other side of the world for people that we don't even know, making accounts about you and saying these horrible, horrible things to you and going on life, whatever it is that their next step is, it's not worth it. Why are you putting yourself through that?
I'm just telling you that you're putting yourself through something that he could care less about. I mean, you're doing things for him, and if he didn't need you, he would never think about you again. And that's the cold, hard truth. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or hurt your feelings, but if he didn't need money, he wouldn't need you. And that's just the truth of it all.
And May, I want to point out that Exum Scowl down in the chat, she was public enemy number 1 year ago here today. 1 year ago. And look where she's at. She hasn't been into a beggar scammer's chat. She still gets a lot of hate. But she's held true to everything she has promised. She not modding for anybody. She's not going in there. She's actually gone into chats and she just sits there. I see her because I can't condone her and say, don't go in there. One of my ass is in there. She's looking because she wants to actively participate when she comes into these awareness lives so she knows what we're talking about. And that's totally cool. There's gonna always be somebody that comes at you sideways, Miss May, because of who you used to be. But if your actions speak louder than words and you come and you're solid with us, let us prepare you for being bigger and better with that kindness that you have in you. And I'm going to get all kind of hate. There's messages dropping down, people telling me, look, I'm out. You want to coddle Miss May? I'm out. Because no matter how hard I come at you or how soft I come at you, I'm going to make somebody mad. But that's what we're willing to do over here so that we can, save yourself. Because, again, it's not going to stop. But I would much rather soldier you up with us to be able to protect you. And then you're doing us a great big favor. If you're messaging people on the back end, then that's great. That's a plus for us. But then if they go over there and they see you as a moderator, what are they thinking? Because they're brand new, remember. They don't know about flip-floppers. They don't know about, rogue mods. They don't know about any of that. They just see What's happening? Like with Roy Boy, I hope Roy Boy makes the mistake coming up in here tonight. I pray that he comes because I'm going hard with Roy Boy.
He was already in here.
He's here.
Well, Roy Boy, stick around, buddy. I got a lot to say to you because you are an enabler. You are wrong. You are the biggest flip flopper, and you're probably a number one super enabler tonight. I think if it was me, Miss May, I would make sure that I let that dude get as low as he possibly can go without my help. So he'll go get some assistance and be real. And stop doing the things that he's doing to you. There's a reason he keeps modding you back, Miss May. So the hate goes towards you. If our hate and all of this that's going on is making you get mad at the awareness community, thinking we're all the ones doing it, then he loves that. That's in his ammunition to make you hate us, to make you keep going back over there. There was no reason for him to lie on you about making Spooky a mod. None, other than to draw more hate to you. Why would you allow somebody to do that to you?
I think it's because when that stuff happened with Senior to begin with, we were joking about it when Spooky had come over there. Her and I were joking about it back and forth in the chat, and I think he took it serious when I said Tim's going to make you his next mod. And Spooky hasn't been back around for a little while, so I think when she came in today and he had said that, I think he genuinely took our joking around about it serious.
But don't you think it's funny that he remembers shit like that, but he doesn't remember lying about being stolen valor and being in the army? Because
Yeah,
he's getting just as blasted each night. The same blast that he's getting on the street is the same blast he's getting now, probably with a little more kick.
I never actually saw that video until literally this last week. And I did show my husband it, and I was like, holy crap, is that really him begging on the street saying that he was, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, you can't argue. It's him. And I've never have. I never have argued about the videos. I never have. But that's not what my goal was. My goal was to try to be that beacon that just tries to drive him to want better for himself.
He doesn't want better for himself.
Right.
It's too good for him right now.
You do
No, I feel
realize that the mods are the ones that take the heat for the creator, because the creator really doesn't care. Because you guys are there to take the bad words, the lies, the cover for them. That's what you guys are there for. You guys are there for a shield and nothing more, nothing less. That's what you guys are there for. And that's just the cold hard truth about it all. I mean, honestly, if he woke up every day and had money, he probably wouldn't come live or even need you. And I think that you're taking all this heat and hate for him, but why? I mean, why do you want to do that for him? He's not a good person. He really isn't.
I mean, I definitely do feel like out of all of his mods, I definitely get the most heat, which I don't understand. I really don't. Because I'm the one who does the least as far as, like, moderating. There are other mods that are way worse than I am.
Because
And
it
I
keeps
don't
the
get
awareness
anything.
community divided and focused on you. Period. We're all focused on you. We're over here trying to find the truth out. The other awareness side of the community is trying to find your business out so they can make sure that
Okay,
you...
please stop a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, we're not going to talk about her husband. We're not going to talk about any of that. Mods, start muting and blocking people. I'm done. We're trying to do something here, and if y'all can't be respectful of that, leave, or you're going to be blocked and muted. I'm done. Seriously.
Yeah, you guys don't have any reason to talk about my husband, honestly.
Let's mute first, and then we'll block if we have to, but definitely start muting.
Sorry about that, May. Thank you, Checkmate.
And next, I'm just going to turn the comments off, and then y'all won't even have a voice. So keep it respectful if you want to have a part in this. If not, leave, and I'll turn the comments off. I'm sorry, Fallon. Go ahead.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for Thank you for the ones that are being respectful. I know that that emotions are high. Guys, just hang with us. We're trying to accomplish a goal here. And it truly is going to benefit us in the next few days, next year, next whatever, so we can get back to business. Once we get all of this back to a level ground and everybody knows that we're not doing shit in real life, because that's not where it's at. That's not where the money's being made. The money's being made here on TikTok because there's new people that scroll in all the time. May, there is a huge opportunity here for you to see that nobody wants these horrible things to be said to you. And when I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the, you know better, you're killing him, you're this, you're that. I am talking about the people who are making the horrible accounts, the people who want to see you hurt in real life, the people who want to affect you financially for just words. And we all know what has happened with people who say things that people don't like. But it needs to be because people see that you're not even over there if that's what needs to happen. And again, I'm not telling you you have to do anything. It's none of our business. I am truly coming to you in front of all these people to tell you that this is not awareness doing this. You have the opportunity to walk away with somebody, with the army that can help you, and you can help us. But tonight, it's on the table for you. Because it doesn't matter to me if you go over there and moderate or not. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do the same thing over again tomorrow. I'm going to bring awareness to people who do bad things, like TNT Mom 1227, who is a moderator who wished addiction on 2 kiddos because somebody over there gave money to Lisa Richard. That's a moderator for Tim Nash right now. TNT Mom 1227. That's disgusting. And that is the person that they're comparing you to, Miss May, because you're a moderator for Tim Nash, and so is she. That's I don't even have words. And that is at the very beginning of this broadcast when I told you there's going to be things here you guys hear tonight that you're not going to like. That's it. She went in on a video. You know how when we try to message people and tell them not to give money? She didn't just message somebody and say, don't give money, or why did you give money to Lisa Richard? She's in active addiction. She went in on a video of this lady with her 2 kids on her lap, her innocent-faced kids, on that video, and said, I hope that these 2 end up in addiction. Let's see, what was the exact words?
I mean, we could have somebody green screen it if
Yes,
you need,
please.
Fallon.
It needs to be impact because I'm
Birdie
not
said
reading it right.
she's here if we need her.
Yes, please. It's her sweet little
Yeah,
kid.
thank you so much, Birdie.
She was in. It appears that, and I don't even know these ladies. It's just research that I was doing. When you type in a name at the top of the TikTok search bar, her video comes up. And someone in the recovery community caught on to that comment and made a comment and said,
Then he went down to Pee Wee's.
Thank you for that, Birdie.
So she didn't just message her on the back end. She didn't just give her a DM. This is the TNT Mom. And it shows that she's a moderator. And she went into a video where they were singing a sweet little song and they were in a pumpkin patch. And the sweet little innocent kids' faces are blurred out because we don't do anything with kids over here. And if it's not on this app to be shown, then out of respect, we're going to blur it out just because I don't know these kids and I didn't get this lady's permission and all of the above things.
And we don't show kids.
It's blurred out. Shame on you for sending Lisa Richard hope. I can't even see that.
It says, shame on you for sending Lisa money. Hope these two end up like her.
I want that to settle in with the rest of the chat. Hope they end up like her. Like Lisa Richard. Everybody knows what Lisa Richard's going on through right now, right? And she is Tim Nash's mod currently, right now. If your heart isn't fluttering and it's not breaking for those two kiddos sitting on that lady's lap, you need to go get checked out. Chat, this is not games. This is somebody's life. Can you show that full picture, Birdie, of the pumpkin patch? She went in on a video. She was proud to show her kids at the pumpkin patch. She's in recovery. You can see her hashtags. I don't even know this lady. Somebody from the recovery community saw TNT Mom 1227's comment and made a video response to Hillary and to TNT Mom to stick up for her and say that this isn't right. This isn't right. This is April 25th that the video was done. And you too can go and look at the comment and go look at the video. All you have to do is type the TikTok search bar at the top, type in TNT Mom 1227. It's the first thing that pulls up if it's not my video. That if you look at it tonight, tomorrow there'll be a video with this proof so you can do whatever you need to with the video. So, two innocent kids. So not only is she moderating for Tim Nash, she's an enabler and gifts and gives money to Tim and Angela. She also gifted Angel Girly, who is Boo Bear. And we all know what Boo Bear's mouth is like, right? How do you go from April to now and be so toxic? You're doing it out of spite. And Miss May, that's what people think that you're doing. They're not even taken into account because they don't know you. They don't know that you have a big heart. They don't know that all the things that you've been through in life. All they see is people like TNT Mom moderating, and they just assume that you are like that because you're the most prominent. And Tim Nash loves that. I implore you to...
She's been a mod. I really don't. It's had to have been while I was gone. I really don't even know anything about her. Like, this is the first time seeing anything. I really don't know her.
But you can see where birds of a feather, people who are vile, stick together. I hope that my judgment character is not so wrong that you're not like that. If I would have never seen those messages from you or anything like that, I probably would have just thought, yeah, they're all kicking it together. They're all the same.
Yeah, it's understandable. Just the same way I could say that because I've experienced the doxing side of awareness that I haven't seen that you're all the same. But I don't look at any of you guys in the same light. I solely judge based on how you treat me.
And I don't have any other words of advice, there's no ultimatum, there's no line in the sand that if you go back over there, don't come back over here. But I can tell you that from day one, I've told you, I feel like moderators are the top enablers, whether they give money or not. There was a moderator in this chat tonight that is a mod for Tim and Angela, and she doesn't give their money to them, but she fights hard for them to get money on the back end. Hard. And Tim calls her sweetheart, and he tells her, hey, sweetheart, okay, love you. And he gives her little kissy faces and things like that right in front of Angela. Because there's no telling what's going on in the back end. No telling.
Jules, just stop commenting. You don't know me.
Look, I just want to tell everybody we knew that people were going to get upset about this, but you have to trust what Fallon's doing, please. Just give it time. If you don't agree with it, you don't have to be here. It's absolutely fine. We understand. But just listen or walk away. Or we can mute and block you. Whatever.
It would be
But
great
we're
if
not
she
going to
chose
take the
walk away.
disrespect anymore. Please.
You can say that you don't see anything bad, but you know what you're doing. You absolutely know what you're doing. You've done that same shit in Senior's lives. You've done that on her videos. You're the one who spoke on my husband, and you keep going. I said stop.
One of the things, May, is, again, like I said, it's going to be that I didn't come at you hard enough, or some are going to think that I didn't handle you soft enough. But the bottom line is still the same. Over here, moderating is enabling. And he is got one foot in the grave. And if he passes away, I hope that your heart is strong enough to handle having that on your conscience, because you are fighting a battle for him that he doesn't even want to fight. He doesn't even care about his life. He doesn't care about anything except for his next fixed. I hope that you over there, that you value your own peace of mind more than worrying about this dude who lies about everything. He lied about cancer. He lied about losing a leg. And when he got tumors removed off of it, he stuck a maxi pad to it sticky side down and tried to play it off like everybody else was high like he was to accept it. Now it's stolen valor, and it's proof positive because it was years ago. It's a grainy video that couldn't be AI back then. Nobody's that good. Even the government's not that good. And when he throws you away like trash, there is going to be nowhere for you to go. And then we all missed out on Miss May because you were fighting for somebody who doesn't want to fight for you. But we're here tonight trying to do that. But tonight is the night. Like, I don't want to be like we were talking in April. And then all of a sudden we're months later. We're not doing that. We're not going to do, oh, I gave her a chance. I this, I that. Ask any of the other super enablers out there. The ones who came to their senses and were like, yeah, those Kim Peters didn't give a shit about me. She did not care. She took thousands from Hope. We just had a victim impact live. Carrie Walls took somebody's dignity and reputation and almost ruined it. Don't be like that. But you had the opportunity tonight to not pay attention to those comments like you're doing so aggressively, and listen to us and tell us how we can help you get the hell out of there. And in the process, help us save his life, because he needs to hit rock bottom more and go to rehab and save his own life. Because he doesn't care about himself, and he damn sure doesn't care about you. You sound like you got a good dude over there that backs you too. Like, it's not about him, but at the same time, he's got to get frustrated knowing you're taking all these hits. Sunshine knows me, May. He knows that I'm not going to do anything malicious towards anybody. He knows that I'm not going to sit with anybody. But if you care more about what's going on in these comments, please go ahead and bounce. Because I can't possibly be more open with you right now that
I'm just getting very irritated at Jules' constant needs to take stabs, thinking that she's going unnoticed when she knows what she's doing. And then she says she wants to see proof of where she's talked about my marriage. She very well did talk about my marriage. She said that me and my husband enabled him because something is missing in our marriage. That's exactly what the hell she said. She don't know me. Like, she has zero right to even be in here addressing me. If you don't like me, just go. I told you Fallon has the proof. Didn't you read that when I put it in the comments?
Jess is
This
right,
is all
May.
you, this is
Stop
all
worrying
you've
about
done.
Jules.
This
We've
is
got
all you've
some.
done since day one is Jules is constantly picking and nagging constantly on me, and that's all she's ever done. Every chance she gets, I don't understand it. Like, if you have that much hate in your heart for me, then just don't worry about me. I refuse to be that person, okay?
Miss May,
And I,
even if
at
it
the end of
was,
the day, I still don't even hate her. I don't.
see, I didn't want there to be tears because this isn't supposed to be a hate fest.
I just don't want my family spoke about. Just
I
don't want my family.
100% agree. Couldn't agree more.
If you
We're
guys
all
want to
that way.
hate me, that's fine. That's fine. I don't expect anybody in here to be for me or anything. I just want you to understand that my intentions are good. But don't talk about my husband. Don't talk about our marriage. Don't talk about any of that. You guys don't know us. You guys don't know him. You don't know where we come from or what we built or anything. So to talk about somebody's marriage, like, I take my marriage very seriously. I take my family very seriously, and there's nothing in this world that I love more. So don't speak about something that you don't know about. And despite a bunch of you guys being freaking jerks, I am still being respectful. And I'm letting you tear me down on a freaking public platform because it makes you feel good to do that. I don't know why else you would. But I'm still sitting here being respectful. So anybody that wants to naysay me, I hope that you look at the big picture and realize that I'm obviously a good person, or I wouldn't still be sitting here.
May, that is the reason that we're here on a Monday night. And we're putting ourselves in the line of fire for you because if I thought that you weren't worth a damn, I would not be over here taking the hits that I'm taking with these messages of hate that I'm getting currently, because they're mad at me because they want me to jump you and tell you to get the hell out of here and don't come back. You're not welcome. I'm not saying that the next time you go back over to that chat that I'm not going to be like, don't make the mistake of rolling up in some awareness live and tell you to go, because we've set a precedent here that I've already told you that enabling a number one super enabler is considered a mod. I don't think you need to be over there just from the fact that that's not you. The type of people that should be moderating for Tim Nash are the people that that Birdie just put up on a green screen. Those type of people, that trash, are moderators for Tim Nash. So you need to think some more about yourself and get the hell out of there. But that's my opinion. You have to do it for yourself, just like Tim has to do it for himself. People are going to expect after tonight that we've level set. If you go over there, you're choosing to enable someone who has one foot in the grave. But at the same time, all I want you to walk away with is that, and the fact that you're more important and better than that. And you need to look inward on yourself and know that the only reason you're fighting so hard to go over there is because you have a good heart. Do it to save his life. I can't even begin to tell you, we had a conversation about you being in Pookie's live and Tim and Angela's and other scammers and beggars' lives. You told me that it was because your algorithm is picked up with people and you end up in there. That's fine to end up in there. We're in there too. But if you interact with them in a positive way to sell their narrative so their pity story gets told, it's enabling.
I mean, if you want to help people, there's different ways to help them. Modding for them is not helping them. Not the way you see it.
And even you stopping modding for him, if you go back into his chat, he's going to look at you to validate his past lies. He's going to say, oh, Miss May was here. She knows about this. Don't let him
Did she
continue.
unmod herself already?
She
She's
put in the
tried.
comments she did.
She's tried. But he knows what he's doing by making her catch the strays. Because if she's
Absolutely.
getting hate, he's getting less hate.
Right, she's being used. But she put in the comments before this live tonight, she unmodded herself again.
Well, I'm glad that you unmodded yourself again, because you don't need to take the hate for him. He has did so much and so many bad things to so many people, lying about cancer, lying about being an amputee. You don't need to take all the heat for that. He needs to take the heat for that. All of his mods need to unmod themselves and block him.
The only two accounts I have, Senior, are the Bird account and this account, which you blocked me on both, so I'm not sure what relevance that you're holding there, but I don't go between two accounts. I don't. And I didn't block a lot of you guys from Tim's Live. I just blocked a lot of people from awareness when me and Senior weren't friends anymore. As I seen you come in Tim's Live, not really realizing that it was also blocking you from, like, his live. Like, I don't block, so I'm not very, like, well versed on that. So I didn't realize it. There's people that, like, I blocked Charlene when she split because I just didn't want to deal with it. And she messaged, it was before she had left, and she had messaged and said, I got blocked on my main account. It's because I blocked Charlene, and I didn't realize it was going to block her from Tim's Live. And then he asked me why you blocked her. I said I was trying to do it for myself, not realizing that would also block her from your live. So he unblocked her, and she came back. It's because I didn't want to be put in the middle of it when he was complaining about her not giving him money. And then when I saw she was on awareness over in Seniors, I figured I'm not going to put myself in the position to be friends with people that are on both sides just because I don't want to deal with it and hear about how they're talking about me, because that's all I hear now is how they're talking about me. And then I get screenshots and I see that Jules is talking about my husband and, like, just stuff that don't even matter. Like, my husband's not even on social media. Why does he even get brought up? Just, like, stuff like that. Stuff that people don't have any business bringing up. That has nothing to do with awareness. It's just out there to be mean and hurtful.
May, going forward, just as we would give you the opportunity, you've got to give us the opportunity. And I don't know how this is going to work, because we've never had it like this before, where I've never had somebody fight so hard for somebody who doesn't give a damn about that. Because Tim is not over here. Tim's not over here fighting for you. And I guarantee you, if I was to invite him over, he wouldn't come over and stand up for you.
It's just who I am, Phil, and I explained that. I'm true to myself, and I'm true to my faith, and that's me. That's what I do. I don't expect you to understand. I don't expect anybody in here to understand, but I understand it.
There's nothing for us to understand. People understand actions. You can tell me all day long that something is blue, and until I see it myself as being blue, it's not blue. But after tonight, I don't know where we go from here, other than the fact that you have to prove yourself. If that's what you want to do, and you want to go over there and you want to be his number one super enabler and sit over there with somebody who wishes addiction on 2 innocent kids and is forceful with it and willing to stand behind her name and type it out to somebody on a pumpkin patch video for a lady who's in recovery. What if she was struggling with her recovery and that put her over the edge, that she might have put that gene in her 2 kids that they're going to grow up that way? That could have been her last straw for her mental health. She could have slowly picked something up. I've never been in addiction, but I would think that people struggle with it every minute of the day, wanting that same kick, that same feeling over and over. That could have been hers. And TNT Mom doesn't care, but you're over there with her. But guess who's going to get the hate? You.
I mean, I said I modded when this live started, so that's not even a thing to be worried about anymore.
And if you go over there, he's going to mod you because he knows what he's doing when you've got a target on your back already. So you tell us how we can help you, and tell me, May. It's okay to tell me. Look, I'm gonna go and do whatever the fuck I want to go do. It's okay to say that. But if you want our help, and we actually put an effort towards helping you, and you continue to message people and say, "Look, I used to be his mod. He's lying. He's lying about everything. Go look this video up. Go watch this person. Whatever. Despite how you may hate me." Go do it because you cared about him enough to be in here fighting for him when he's not, and go save his life based off your faith, and go message people and be your own type of awareness. Just because you're a good human and you're not like TNT Mom 1227 and the rest of Nikki and Redskins Girl and the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either of them. I have not had the opportunity to meet them or talk to them. I don't know anything about them.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna do this again. I want to see you do better things and mod for better people if that's what you want to do. But I really, really hope that you walk away tonight and let him do him, because you don't need to take all the heat for everything that he's done and said. You're taking enough, and eventually things are gonna get better if you walk away. And I really, really hope that you do.
May, nobody over here is going to be making accounts that you're a killer. Nobody over here is going to be talking about anything in your real life. Nobody's going to be trying to bother your business or your job or anything else. And if we find out who it is over on the other side doing it, we're going to blast it everywhere. But
I know who it is. It's Matilda.
that's if he's going to say his stuff under his name. He's not going to make an account.
He does.
That-
He makes a different account, and then he'll say the same thing. Like, he'll put in the comments and stuff, Matilda, blah blah blah. Like, it's just so he doesn't get blocked right away. Because anytime he comes in on Matilda, he gets blocked right away. So when he wants to get things out that he won't be blocked before he can say anything, he does make those different accounts. He's done it for a very long time.
I gotta say, and all the time, I have seen some mean things being said, but he's always done it under his account. May, I'm not sticking up for Matilda, but I promise you I've seen it, and it's under the account. You know it's a Matilda. So if I can get proof that it is something else, then we'll be having another, another get together. Because there's no room for that.
Don't quote me 1,000%, but I'm pretty positive. Like the account he blocked me from when he was chatting with me and trying to give me a hard time about modding for Tim, I think also was not a Matilda account. I mean, I'm used to him. He doesn't bother me. He really doesn't bother me as much as people would think it does, because I do learn to look past a lot of that stuff.
You can't blame people for burner accounts unless they admit who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be anybody.
And as good of friends as you are with Spooky, go over there and do your own type of awareness. Go stream. Go find videos. Go type in people's, like you were just in Pookie's chat. Type in Pookie's name and play all her videos all day long. Stream her. She's awful. All these liars are. All of the ones that are manipulating people for out of their money because people are trying to weaponize kindness as a weakness. Just go do your own thing. But at the same time, just know there's going to be people out there that want to go off and be Lone Ranger. But I promise you, none of those people are going to be doing what they're doing by sticking their necks out here for you tonight, trying to help you understand where we're coming from when we say being a moderator is enabling, and that you're going to get,
so I'm not enabling anymore.
and you're going to get hate. I'm not saying it's going to magically stop with the snap of the fingers tomorrow. I would love to be able to go to bat for you whenever people start talking about Miss May. Miss May did this. Miss May's a killer. Miss May did that. But you got to give me some ammo here. I have no problem being loud, but I got to be right before I'm loud. And I got to have a screenshot. And if people can come to me and say she's enabling, she's over there in so-and-so's chat enabling, saying they look good when they look like they've been on a bender, if they can provide a screenshot, guess who's guilty? There's no reason that you can't go in there and see what's going on and participate just like the others. Go in, kick it. We're in there.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that from day one when people try to say that I'm enabling because I'm in his chat or I'm in somebody's room. I mean, that's no different than what you guys do. So you're enablers too at that rate. You know what I'm saying? So like,
No, and being inside the chat, being
how
inside
people
the
try
chat
to
is
say
not
that.
enabling.
Awareness is the biggest thing.
They've
They're
said
the ones that
there's
send all the
yes
traffic
there's
their way.
people that have said awareness is the biggest enablers because of trying to spread awareness brings them the traffic that they probably wouldn't have without you guys. There's people that have said that.
Which is exactly why I always say, don't even give them the views. Stay outside and watch them. I've said it a million times.
Yep. Yes, he did catch when he said he had 4 kids today. That's why I asked how many kids he had. Because I had only ever heard about 2. And then when he started talking about 2 kids in Ohio that don't even know him, I was confused because I had only ever heard 2 and they had supposedly passed away. So that is why I asked how many kids he actually had, because it didn't make sense to me. But Chrissy, you're also in Tim's live, and you were also messaging Tim, telling Tim that I was on the other side giving them information, so I'm not understanding what side you're on. Because you tried to rat me out to Tim, and then you're over here.
And I'm sure he couldn't wait to get over and tell you about it. So that way it pushed you a little bit closer to him. That's what manipulation does.
He actually refused to tell me who said it. He actually refused, and he wigged out on me about it. I talked to Stephanie about it, and asked her what she thought, and then I sent her screenshots of our conversation when Chrissy had messaged me. And I said, it seems very suspicious and out of character, right? And she agreed that that was probably who was the one that came over and said that I was giving them information. So,
I'm not telling you that everything's going to be right going from here on out, May. I'm just telling you there's people that are coming into awareness that is new all the time. Nobody's going to do it right. There's not going to be anything that one of the things that people like to do as soon as they get caught doing something dumb, they say, I'm not awareness. And then, but it's just simply they didn't know. They didn't do their research. They didn't ask for help from mentors. They didn't buddy up with a colleague and say, is this right for me to do? Like,
sure.
So if somebody went in and tried to message Tim and say, hey, look, she's doing this, so Tim will unmod you and walk away from you, then they're just trying to do whatever they can to make sure he breathes another day, because he needs to hit rock bottom because of all his lies need to catch up with him.
I'm not trying to use you as my scapegoat. Don't get overzealous. It's not that at all. I don't need a scapegoat. I've never hid from anything I've done or said, so.
I mean, how does that make you feel? You don't have really an identity other than Tim's mod.
Never really put much thought into it, to be honest. I don't let TikTok consume me like that, you know what I mean? This is something that I used to come and do and play music on and just have friends, and then started watching Awareness when it popped up randomly on my stuff. and then I met Senior and made a friendship with her, and then that's pretty much where it's been. I've been off the app mostly for the last 8 months, except for times here and there. So it's not something that I even do regularly. Like, this is the most regular I've ever been on this app.
Well, we are trying to give you the grace that you deserve, and we won't extend it again. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm trying to be truthful.
I mean, I completely understand.
Anybody on the outside, I don't want it making it sound like we're trying to get May over here with us. I want May to reset her FYP and go find her people. Like you guys accepted me, I want her to go find her thing, whatever it is. Crocheting, needlepoint, flowers, planting, green thumb, whatever. I want you to go do that energy that you have towards somebody who doesn't care about you, towards somebody else. Even if it's reading to people who can't see on the app. I don't know. I'm at a loss for what your thing could be, but go find it so you can be happy. This app is just an app, but at the same time, when there's lives connected to it and feelings that are hurt, that we end up here like this. Just reset it. And if you want to do awareness, then by all means do it. Do whatever makes you happy. But just go do you. Don't be defined by somebody else who's already trying to drag you to hell.
Okay, and for the comments trying to tell us we're wasting our time, nobody is a waste of time. Please stop saying that. That's terrible.
Do you think you're a waste of time, May? Do you think that we wasted our time since 7:30 here with you tonight?
Have I ever said that? When did
No,
I
but
say that, Eustace? When
no,
did I say that?
I'm asking. It's a general question from me, my heart. Do you feel like we wasted our time on you tonight?
I mean, I don't think that way, no.
No, and I agree. We did not. I would have much rather that, you know, the messages that I'm getting telling me that you're going to end up back over with Tim Nash tomorrow, and this is all going to be.
I mean, if I sit in his chat tomorrow and I'm not a mod, and I end up back over there because I've developed a friendship for him, and, you know, I do watch his day-to-day life, whether it's good, bad, and different. I mean, I don't think that makes me a bad person, but...
They're only allowed to do that from their platform where they're...
But, I mean, I'm gonna go where I end up on the app, no matter where it is. I'm just not gonna mod for anybody anymore, and I'm obviously gonna watch out for the people that you deem scammers and beggars, and I'm not gonna contribute to that, but, I mean, just because I go and watch somebody's live don't make me a bad person. Doesn't make me a bad person any more than it makes you guys a bad person.
That's right. 'Cause we're in
Nobody
there
can
too.
tell you you're a bad person for going and watching anybody, because
That's right.
if that's the case, then we're all bad people because we all do it.
Yes.
That's exactly the point I've tried to make from day one. That's exactly the point I have tried to make from day one. People on this app, like the ones that are always going at me in the comments, have always said, oh, you're wasting your time with her. She's just gonna this and she's just gonna that, but they don't know anything about me. They don't know anything about me. They haven't even taken the time to get to know me. Like, nobody's understood my standpoint unless you've actually asked me, took the time to find things out, like I've told Fallon.
I hope that after tonight, May, that you have seen where our standpoint, but I hope that everybody, like, this part is more for everybody else than it is for you, is that this side of awareness is never going to do anything to harm anybody. We would not be going to these type of efforts to help one person as we would in awareness trying to help people if on the other side of it we're trying to tear somebody down or hurt them. And it hurt me deeply, May, that people thought that I was connected with an awareness community who wants to dox, harm people, harm mental health, talk about reaching out to where they live. their HOA programs, any of that, because I would never sit with anyone with malicious intent. And I want anybody that's on the outside hearing this, if you're sitting with people who go real life, you need to search your soul while you're doing this. Why do you get up and turn to this app instead of your loved one? Reach for your phone instead of your loved one first thing in the morning to see who's on this app. If you can go throw money to them, cash gifts, the equaling money, whatever. If you are enabling bad behavior, whether they're scammer, beggars, bad behavior, predators, you're the problem. And it's going to be coming very soon where people who are going to be called out are going to be surprised at who gets called enabling whenever you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing because you sit there and you silently accept it. Because silence is acceptance when you sit there and you condone it and people know who you are. So May, that was more for people on the outside listening in and anybody that's recording.
Yeah, and don't get it twisted. I mean, we will always call out what's wrong and what's right. I mean, I think we've proved that to many people many times. But extending grace to somebody one more time is not a waste of time, and it's not hurting anything. I mean, if it was any of you, we would do the same thing.
That's right.
To answer your question, Summer, he has blocked me twice for asking him stuff or saying something that he didn't like. So yes, he would unfriend me for a short period.
I hope you stay tough, May. I hope that when you go over there, if you just sit and watch, I hope that any interaction is not dragging anybody in more. Because I can tell you that if I hadn't seen Roy Boy doing his bullshit over in Tristan's live, I probably wouldn't have so much disdain for him as much as I do right now. But he was over there kicking it with Tim today, got in his box accidentally, because that tells me he was clicking like pretty hard for him to accidentally end up in a box. And to me, being an enabler like that and a flip-flopper, that's a no-go for me. Roy Boy, you don't ever need to be anywhere I'm ever at, because I'm going to call you out every single damn time, dude. So if you're unlucky and still in here, you need to go away or grab a box, because tonight's the last night. Tonight should be the last night. Anywhere in this creator that sits over here has a Roy Boy on their roster.
What did he do again that's so bad? I mean, I like Roy. He's a recovered addict. We've talked a lot.
Unlike Tim Nash, that Tim Nash doesn't have cancer, Roy actually does, and goes through some pretty painful days. He posts about it on his account, but he seems to like to go in and enable somebody who is traveling the country on people's dimes by lies. With Tristan even subscribing to them, and that's actually active money going into Tristan's pocket, who is in active addiction as well.
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
I know he's kind of funny. My husband thinks he's funny, so we watch him. That's why we watch Pookie too. He was like, is that a man or a woman? I'm not trying to be funny, but that's how we ended up on Pookie's live scrolling through the FYPs, because, well, she has a beard, so why do you not stop and, look? But, yeah, so that's how we ended up there. And Tristan just showed up one day too. I don't really know a lot about him other than that he's got mental health issues. Roy says he does not have cancer.
Okay. I seen you talking about how you didn't believe in God and you didn't believe in prayers today, so I
think that's due to his home situation.
I knew there was some type of struggle there. In my notebook, Roy, I have that you struggle. You've got some type of struggle that you spoke about in Digital Deceiver's box. So My point to that, May, is when I seen Roy Boy over there chopping it up with you guys, that it gave me a little bit more extra disdain for him, because that's 2 addicts that I've seen him enabling now. And it's sad, because now that's another additional life that could potentially be gone because somebody gave him a little bit extra oomph. Because that Marietta lady, when I'm speaking to her in DMs, she thought that Tim was actually needing the help because she had never come across him before.
Yeah, I met her yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to speak on Roy's situation, but if he wants to get up in the box, I think he can probably answer some of your questions you might have about him. I don't know.
I grabbed my notebook. It's his home situation. So I don't want to bring his business out on that. But other than to say that. So but he's already been spoken to in a box, May, and so his night it's over with. Like he just, from here on out, just go back over to the scammers and beggars, Roy Boy, because you have no business being over here in awareness. So go do you, dude, and be well.
To be fair on his part, I do think that Tim actually sent him an invite to go in a box today randomly when he was messing with his phone, trying to pin his Cash App. He sent invites out to random people.
Right. And if it's just that he's in there, because I was in there, May, it would have been fine. If he was in there and he was just there, it's one thing. He was actively talking to you, actively talking to telling, Tristan that he's been there. We understand, you're a good kid, whatever. When Tristan is none of those things and neither is Tim, just don't be over there. Checkmate believes it differently than me. Checkmate is like, stay out on the outside, don't go in. Me, I'm in there. I need to see the comments. I need to see who the enablers are. I need to see who's new so I can let them know that there's videos out there showing people that he's lying.
I mean, I can see your standpoint. I also see her standpoint. I feel like when you guys bring the room count up, you really bring the room count up, not just with yourselves, but with other people, which also brings them new people. So I can see where doing this can also be damaging for your cause as well. Does that make sense?
Especially when you got 5 or 6 different people.
Because like, what if that person only got like 20 people in there and none of them was giving, but then like 50 of you guys come in, and now the room count really jumps because there's like 50 new people in here, and then that brings in more new people and people that aren't going to get your messages, or people that have their messages turned off. You know what I mean? So you have no way to warn them. I do believe that's the thing that happens quite often.
And those are all growing pains that we'll work through, May. But while we're dealing with the bigger things, the littler things are going to always be something. We're never going to be able to control anybody. We can call it out. We can say, just like with Checkmate and I, there's 2 different views there, but they're both right. Stay on the outside, or when you go in, actively be doing something, actively have a reason for being in there. My reason is actively being in there because I want to catch people like Marietta and say, hey, before you give him money, just know this, please. So there's always going to be 2 sides to everything. But you have to tackle the big things before we can tackle the little things. I would much rather disagree on being inside or outside than being here and telling somebody that they look good, enabling, when you know that they look different from just a month ago. And I'm just using that as an example. It's not something hardcore that we need to discuss. I'm making that up because I just saw it on a video that I scrolled by for Jordan Paul.
Sure. I don't know anything about ghost mode.
Well, we would rather not say that on a live, but I'm sure. Oh, there's Roy Boy commenting.
Yeah, he's been in here. I sent him an invite to get a box because I thought that there was a miscommunication there, but then I didn't realize he had already been in a box with you guys before.
Yes, the night after he actually was spoken to. May, hold on a second. I'm getting a call.
You're fine. Who's Cat?
I'm sorry?
Who's Cat? Think you
Cat?
better call her Cat.
She's another beggar scammer. She was begging this morning for $10 for court, and then somebody called her out and said it was a federal holiday. Now she needs $10 for to get her check, which the banks are also closed. So she's a mess.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well,
I think he blocked you about asking about the bike because he had just answered a comment about the bike. And he was getting aggravated with the same comments over and over. He blocked a bunch of people for talking about his kids today.
oh goodness, sunshine. Now she needs money for food. Fuck's sake.
May, I appreciate you coming in here tonight. I hope that I know that whenever I messaged you and I told you that I don't want anybody to think that you're under my wing and that I'm protecting you, we're not friends, and you came back with, I know that I would never tell anybody that we're friends or that you're protecting me. I knew that you knew where I was coming from. I wanted to give it one last full scale effort, and my colleagues in here as well. There are going to always be people that questioned your intentions. I think you're pure. I think that you got used, and I stand tall on that. I don't think you need to be used anymore. I hope that you are strong going forward. If you stroll into that chat, don't say anything for him to mod you back, because he's going to be hear about this and he's going to be looking about it. He's going to get about 50 messages saying May was over in a box with Fallon, and he probably doesn't even know who I am.
No, he doesn't know who you are.
So that's good on my part.
That's fine, guys. I've never really felt like I needed protection on this app, so I wouldn't need anybody basically to coddle me. I can handle my own pretty well.
I didn't want it to sound like we were coddling you. I wanted it to sound like you knew that there's going to be people who are crazy out there and who are going to come after you, and we don't think it's right. No one needs to be doing any of that to anybody. It's an app. They are people who can't put the phone down and walk away from it and just go and have their day with their family or whatever. Those are the people that are going to keep coming for you, May. And I want you to know that if we accomplished nothing else tonight, it was that having a senior moment did not dox you.
She
And
absolutely
we've
did
known
not.
who you are since April. And this side of the world has always known. It's been over here. It's been common knowledge with us, and we would never do anything malicious because we're not like that. And the thing is that no matter who it is, we would. You've seen it twice now. That if we found out somebody was doing something malicious, we're going to call it out. And anybody else that's been over here that's had something wrong done to them, which I've already gotten 2 messages now that of people that have been doxxed over here in the awareness community, we're going to fix that. But because right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah, Tim will never do a box. I already asked if he would.
And that's
May,
okay.
I wish you luck. I wish you all the best. I don't think that I could possibly be more sincere. I promise you, though, I don't know if you're over there and you're actively enabling.
I've been honest about what Tim has been given by us. I've been honest about it. Since day one, I've never denied that we have supported him. We've just never financially supported him. We've given him basic human needs. That's it.
I also give the advice to people that I've spoken to before, even if it's just the first time that I've spoken to them. May always keep screenshots of everything. Keep it forever. because people are crazy. People do things out of spite. People do stuff that they shouldn't be doing because they think they're vigilantes and they think they're good at it and they think they're going to get away with it. They will not. But somebody's going to actively get hurt, and I hope it's not you. I hope it's not anybody that I know, because it will hurt my heart to actively know that I'm part of, adjacent to a community that was supposed to be doing some good, and somebody went off and did something malicious, then it hurt somebody. Thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all of you in the chat. And those of you in the boxes, Birdie, thank you for being Birdie White again tonight.
Have I ever bought him his scripts? Tim doesn't show his scripts. He never has. So the answer is no. I mean, I'm open to answering questions as long as people are respectful. I'll be honest about all of it. I don't have one with a smiley face.
Yes, Senior, you can. It's okay, Jules. It's fine.
Guys, I am out of ideas here. I've said what I needed to say after tonight. I'm not saying that I'm not going to go hard for enablers like I'm going to continue to do. Tonight was a night that I hope that I got through to the people on the outside, to Miss May, out of respect to everybody. I wanted to clear Senior's name. I wanted to clear up that we're not doxing, and that anybody that's doing it needs to be called out. And if you guys are on the outside and you're doing it, just know that you're wrong for all of that. I'm gonna mute
Yeah, I
now.
mean, I don't feel like anything should be taken personal or real life like that. That's really the only thing that you'll see me get very upset about is when my family's brought up. So yeah, I mean, I try to be respectful to everybody, even if we have different opinions. I've always tried to be respectful. Charlene, I don't think so either. I think maybe like a SafeLink phone, but I don't know that for sure. I think that's why it's kind of choppy, because you only get a certain amount of data with a SafeLink phone. I meant that you didn't care whether I mod or not. Like, you just dislike me altogether, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. He doesn't get paint patches. He takes Percocet.
Checkmate. I'm gonna step away for a second.
All right, that's fine.
Does he really sleep in a tent? Yes, he does right now. His girlfriend does stay with him as well. So I'm not sure what her living situation was, because I thought that she was supposed to have like some medical type area place that she was staying. I'm not really sure. All I know is that she stays with him at the tent. Saying my face account wasn't you, but Tim called you out at least 5 times in every live. Yeah, I did hear about that. But I was on a medical leave, guys. I've got a lot of medical issues going on, and everything that's going on social media was playing a part in some increased anxiety, so I had to step back. I didn't notice that theatrical. I didn't even notice he had a knot on his head. Which video? Which video are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure they're referencing the video where he said he was a veteran.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely him. I never said that it wasn't him. That's definitely him. He was asked about it. He said that he didn't recall making that video, but if he did, he was probably strung out and he apologized for it, is what he said. He, Jules, all I can say is that when he got a new tent the other day, he was on live putting it up, and you could tell that the tent that he was staying in, he was definitely living in because it was full of trash and clothes and all sorts of stuff. So if you've ever seen somebody homeless living in a tent, you would know that he was definitely living in that tent. It's okay, Hope. It's fine. I'm leaving Burger King on Saturday. Yeah, that's where he stays, is by the Burger King. Got up and ran into a chair. He does have a chair at his tent, yes. He does. I can't make him take accountability for those things. I just do want to make that clear. I can't make him apologize for it. I can't make him take accountability for his actions. All I try to do is extend, a helping hand, a friendly, gesture, something to make him not focus on the shittiest parts of life. Because sometimes it's all you really need is just a friend. What and why are you helping Tim and Angela? I only watched Tim and Angela. I only talked to Tim briefly about some health stuff because I'm currently going through it, and I know sometimes it just helps to talk to somebody who's also going through it. I don't know if he apologized because he saw the video or if he apologized because you guys saw the video, but yeah, he did apologize about whatever video was out there. Digital, if he doesn't have medical coverage, like he says he doesn't, then yes, he would have to pay cash for his meds. I can't confirm or deny any of that. I've never seen it. I've never asked for it. I have asked him to get, local resources. I asked him about local resources today. He said the closest place to even get help with food was like 45 minutes away. So, I'm trying to get him to take resources.
You do realize that he's not going to take those resources because he wants the cash, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. That was kind of the point that I was making when I was asking it. Because if you're in a dire situation, you're going to take what you can to better your situation, right? So even if I had to take, commodity goods once a week, then that's like once a week I don't have to beg for money to eat, right? So that's what I would do.
Well, I do want to give Senior an opportunity to come up because she was, this was about her too. So, if Fallon doesn't have anything else, let me see where she's at. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Let me message Fallon.
Seen and Payer actually show what was purchased besides the store lock. Since I met him, yes, I have. I have seen him in the past pay for things, yes. Recently, no. He says that he has to, use his phone for like the tap pay or whatever. So he doesn't do it on live.
Senior, are you still in here?
Daisy, he says that he has a picture of his ID. Jules, he's openly admitted that he has hepatitis C. I know you can get some of those for having that. I'm not sure about what else he gets them for. He says he has seizures and some other conditions. I can't confirm or deny any of those. But I assume that the hepatitis would be real because of his history.
All right, May. Well, I do appreciate you coming up, but I want to give Senior a chance to also speak because we want to be fair. I do hope that you choose a better path and protect yourself from him, because he's just going to keep using you and people are just going to keep coming after you.
I understand that. I appreciate you guys.
Fallon, do you have anything?
I don't, May. Just know that I'm not going to change going after enablers, okay? And I appreciate you unmodding yourself and being a real one. Just continue to do what you're doing, and please do actions speak louder than words. Go prove all these people wrong.
Yeah,
Don't.
that would be the biggest victory, to prove everybody wrong.
Yep.
It's saying you won't.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I understand.
Okay. And I believe you can do it.
And we appreciate you coming up here in the box and being respectful
Yes, ma'am.
and
I'll still
answering
down here in
questions.
the comments.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
May.
the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Senior, how are you?
Good. It's past my bedtime, so I'll do my best. I got a mouthful of food. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Choke it down, Senior. Choke it down.
I'm over here eating steak. I normally don't stay up this late either, so I might be a little flutter-headed. But anyway, I just wanted to say this. I'm not sure if it was nailed home. I didn't dox anyone. I can't even remember Miss May's first name. When I decided I needed to block her, and reason being is because she kept going in other scammers' lives. I had Digital come in my live and try to talk to Miss May. There's other people that follow me that I have great respect for, that when they called out May because they'd see May and Tim's chat and then she would come to mine, it created like distrust from the people in my chat. And I did the best I could to diffuse it, but she would get upset that I wouldn't do more for her, support her more. And it just became too much work for me. Not only work for me, but were they all thinking about how I felt? I keep hearing about mental health and, you know, families and this, but what about me and my family? So when it just started getting in unclear territory, and it just, I don't know. I've kind of lost my interest in what I was doing because I don't like to be doxxed. And if I had a private conversation with Rammer Jammer about an injury she had that I had had, and we conversed things privately, I wouldn't expect somebody to go around and tell everybody in the community. Those are just some thoughts that I've had. And but I will say that I've only had a conversation with Miss May. I talk to Tooth Fairy and Jules all the time. Miss May and I were chatting, and she asked what my husband's name was. So I made up an alias. I said Bill. I know I said Billy. And we talked about what our husbands did for work, all those things. And then a month later, this account named April pops up, and she's trying to call me out. And I just think there's been not only a lack of communication, but it's ongoing. And even if the comments are on Tim's live, the things, even May and Spooky going back and forth, it's cringe. It's cringe. Take what back?
Yeah. She said you posted her and her kids.
Maybe you should have Fallon addressed that.
Wait, what happened?
This April in the chat said you posted me and my kids, and I said something. You had people message me.
Okay.
Good.
So April, I saw the screenshots on that. So what she posted was your TikTok profile, and I do that. I if there's a tick to be able to find your she posted your homepage. That is totally appropriate for a public platform. So I know that you're new to this side of the world, and I didn't want you to think that that was malicious.
Well, let's not get it twisted. If there was kids posted, that's not cool.
She didn't look to see. She thought she was posting the at. She posted just the main page. Like if you go to like look up April and then her main page with her at and all of that. Again, she didn't do it maliciously. In the future, there will be blurred out faces.
Yeah, there will be, but I just I felt like there was a lot of gaslighting. When I've dealt with May, she's always been kind to me. I was kind to her, but I noticed like a lot of drama being stirred up, and it became something I didn't enjoy anymore. So, and I had to put myself first. So I don't know. I mean, I really don't know.
So I'm trying to understand, like, how did her kids get posted? Because that's not cool.
I posted a screen grab of her profile. I didn't even look at her pictures.
Yeah, the main page. She's the main page. When I went and looked at it, she's posted her main page, the at, like with all the videos and all the to show the at, so people knew who she was, to pay attention to her being in Awareness Lives.
But why would you pull that from a Facebook and not just a TikTok name?
It was just the TikTok page. There was no Facebook TikTok page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did say,
and Checkmate, you know that I would not be sticking up for anybody. I don't know having a senior moment other than what I've seen. And I went through her page. She posted it not maliciously. It was just a way to find her, to show the page, just like we would with any other TikTok page. Like if we posted it to say that there's a live being held on this page, here's the screenshot of how to go find that page. She just didn't crop it. And that's something that she's going to learn to do, to blur or crop out, whatever. But it's a TikTok. It's April's TikTok page.
Yeah, I get that, but being in awareness, I think that everybody says there's no rule book, but I mean, you do not post people's kids. That's truly messed up. Even if it wasn't malicious, it was still done. And if you're going to screen grab and you're going to post stuff, then you have to be very careful of what you post and how you post it. And I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that. And I'm not trying to dog you out, senior, but you have to be careful because, people are fucking crazy on this app. And her kids, they could be in danger, because you just never know who's watching.
Yeah, but that just goes back to the April part where April was trying to throw jabs at me, say what my husband's first name was, our business. It doesn't matter if it's an alias. It was only one person that I spoke to about it. And April was being passive aggressive in my comment section, saying all kinds of stuff, like I need to worry about Bill being in the gym. It's just crazy. And I know we're extending an olive branch, and maybe things will change. But for me, I'm not only hurt, I don't care about April, but I'm hurt by Spooky and by May, because I asked them for certain things, and that was to give me space. They didn't respect it. And I will tell you this too. I see other people coming in here to congratulate her, and she's strong, and she's this, and she's that. But when she was in my chats, I was rode for filth. People talked all kinds of stuff. Um, on my grandson's birthday, I was contacted by All for One based on what one of these ladies said in private. So like I'm not. It's not enjoyable for me anymore, and I want it to go back to where it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure why anybody thinks that crossing that line and talking about anybody's family is okay, because it is never okay. Never. If you're that deep into TikTok where you have to go after people's families, you need to walk the fuck away, people, because that's ridiculous. Like, you don't need to post anybody's family members. You don't need to say their names. You don't even need to mention anything about their family. That's crazy to me. Like, there's not much that gets me upset on this app, but doxing and going after people's family is fucking insane to me. Y'all have to stop doing this shit. Like, what would you do if somebody actually came after one of these family members? I mean, you just never know who's fucking watching. That blows my mind that people are going after family members. It's a fucking app. Walk away. Like, seriously, y'all. Come on.
It is an app, and I don't want to be responsible for anybody's mental health. People need to see doctors. I'm a nurse, and that would be what I advise them to do, was seek out medical professional help in your country, in your state, wherever you are in the world. So, I don't know.
Lavender Haze, I'm not saying anything about senior. I'm saying in general. Doxing and going after people's family members is not okay for anybody. I mean, people have little kids, they have husbands, they have wives, they have, family members. You don't know who's watching your live stream and who's listening and recording. That's part of awareness. You have to be very careful.
Guys, we're having a conversation here, and that's part of what awareness used to be like way back in the day, and it should continue. So don't think that anybody's coming at anybody. She's mad right now, but she's also spitting facts at the same time. So it should have been that if I would have thought that having a senior moment was doing something malicious towards April, I would have contacted her and said, hey, what the hell? But it wasn't a malicious thing. She knows now she needs to blur them out. April's here. She's being respectful, and she's being part of the solution. She's not in here being malicious herself. She could have been ugly all night long, and she wasn't. So, April, from my heart to yours, I apologize that those kiddos are on there. It's a TikTok profile. She was trying to prove who you were. I was encouraging her about the walls that she was trying to build. I've encouraged everybody, enablers who are gifting, which monetary gifts value money, and that's enabling. And I just appreciate you understanding, but that's how we're going to learn as well. That's the way that I learned. I'm still learning things too. I know that kids are off limits always. We don't go real life. We don't do anything malicious. And if I thought that it was malicious, I would have been the first one with what the hell.
Yeah, I'm not saying what Senior did is malicious. I'm saying, in general, it all needs to stop. The doxing, posting people's kids, all of it, it needs to stop. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what platform you sit on, what side of awareness you sit on. None of it is okay.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why people don't get that. This isn't an attack on Senior, y'all. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's an attack on anybody that does it, because it's not okay.
Yeah, I do get them done a lot on here. And like a lot of the bigger creators, they have Discords or group chats. I don't have any of that. I work alone. and I'm trying to do the best I can to get the word out, but it's getting a little frustrating meeting all of this resistance.
I am, Jules. I genuinely, I've been doxxed. You know, my kids have been threatened, and I never went after the person who did it because I'm not like that. So I do know how it feels. But even before it happened to me, I was still, I still had the same thoughts. Don't do it. It's fucking crazy at this point. I mean, things are getting out of hand.
But yeah, I most certainly did do that screen grab, and I think she did have. I don't know whose kids are whose, but there was some minors in there, so I did do it. But
Joanne? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did do it because I wanted everybody to be able to find her page.
Yeah, you know what, Joanne? You're absolutely right. Anybody can look up anything, but why are you leaving the app to look up anything? Awareness should stay within the app. You should be using their own words against them. You shouldn't be looking people up and their kids. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, and I don't believe in sharing DMs or voice notes or whatever. I just feel like if you're a friend, you trust that person enough to send them that. I think that you should keep them, but that's just me.
I mean, Senior, I've been in your chat. I think you're doing a really good job. I would hate to see you stop because I do think that you bring good things to awareness. So I would encourage you to keep doing what you're doing.
It was just hard for me last week. First, it was one of my moderators' anniversaries. That day, all in the chat, they're saying they're going to do an exposure video on me, and then it just like kept tumbling more and more stuff. So I worry about it.
I mean, it's crazy because 3 years, 4 years ago, we never had to worry about any of this stuff, and now it's everybody has to worry about it.
So it's not for anything that I would say, because I would say it to anybody if I talked about them, if I could remember. But I just feel like they have been using a lot of things that have happened in private to push this narrative with some of them. So, all right, girls, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great night and get some rest.
Night.
And don't give up on awareness. It's one of these days it's gonna get better. I pray.
All right. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, first all, Mango, Plex, or whatever your name is, if you want to say something, come in on your main. Nobody's arguing. We're just stating facts. I'm sorry, but I get heated when people start talking about doxing because that is insane. Anything else?
Unless there's somebody that has my phone is messing up, it's gone black. So if y'all can hear me, if there's people that need to say whatever they need to say in the chat, let me know so I can. Or I may need to have to reset my phone because it's black. So if you guys can hear me and they're in the chat, will you tell me what they're saying?
We can definitely hear you.
Jeez, stupid phone.
They ask, have we looked into TikTok beggars? We have not. I don't watch TikTok beggars. I'm pretty sure they actually have me blocked, so and I don't even know why. Well,
Most of us are
I
blocked
have
and have never
guesses.
been in there. We've never been in there and we're blocked.
Yeah, I've never been in there, but yeah, I'm blocked. So if that tells you anything, then well, you know. Fallon is about ready to chuck the phone into the wall.
Stupid. I'm gonna have another hole over here with a different colored paint.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know TikTok beggars, so. Will this be posted anywhere? Yes, I'm going to post it on my YouTube, Cassidy. If you go to the first pinned video on my page, it has my TikTok in there. I'm not sure if Birdie's recording and she's gonna put it on hers, but she usually does. Thanks, Birdie.
Birdie's saving the day.
She made me a little business card. Isn't she cute?
Well, I'm gonna need somebody to send it to me because I can't see shit. Stupid phone.
It is pretty, isn't it, Cindy?
Don't rub it in.
All right, y'all. Well, it is 10 o'clock, and Fallon said this would be a 30-minute live. She fibbed us just a little bit.
I did.
I do appreciate everybody coming in and bearing with us because we knew this was going to be a difficult live. We absolutely knew it when Fallon announced she wanted to do it. A lot of us were against it, but we support our people, so we have to trust the process. Mods, you guys did a great job tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for being respectful to those of you that were. Those of you that were disrespectful, work on yourselves. Do better. Anything else, ladies? Fallon's off in the black hole, so. All right, y'all. Can you hear Fallon?
I can hear y'all. I'm just looking into a black screen like the phone is just a big paperweight.
Do you want to say anything?
No, other than the fact that I'm a very lucky person to be kicking it with you guys every single night. And thank you for what you do. The tags, the sharing of the videos, the creation of your videos, the screenshots you send me of enablers. Thank you. And I hope everybody here tonight knows that gifts equal monetary gain, and it could be somebody's last. Please make sure that people know what's going on. If you notice somebody's new in their chat, just send them a nice friendly note. Let them know to look up the screen name in the TikTok search bar. And if you're needing help, resources yourself, look up and find your people. Whatever it is your thing is, if it's not awareness, go find your thing. Crocheting, needlepoint, painting, gardening, go find your people. I found my people in you guys, and thank you for accepting me. I'm going to T-Mobile tomorrow. I need a new phone.
She's all right. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I will see y'all again later.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Can you kick me out of this box? I can't see
I'm
anything.
gonna kick
Cap
you
off.
out of a box. You
Sure.
just wait.
Thank you.
Wait, let me do it.
And she's gone.
There was my toxic trait for tonight. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.